Hello everyone, welcome to the 25th session of our course Internet Fundamentals and Web Tools. So far we have discussed about the search engines. So in our previous 2-3 sessions we discussed about search engines and why do we need to do the search and what is the use of search engines and all. So we are going to just recap on that, and in this session we are going to see much a deeper look into indexing and retrieving ranking. So indexing and retrieving ranking, so these are the things which are along with crawling, indexing, retrieving and ranking. So these are the things which will play major role in the searching and retrieving the results for us. So we are going to look into indexing first, then retrieving, then we will see ranking, then we are going to look at the some of the techniques for searching. Okay, and okay, this search. So far whatever we have discussed is about search engines. So what is a search engine and why do we need search engines? And we have looked at popular search engines like Google, Yahoo and Bing, AOL, even Rediff.com is also a search engine. And how to open a search engine. So what is the search interface? So search interface is like there will be a search bar and a search button. So we have to enter our text or whatever that we need to search, like whatever that we want to search, we need to enter in that address bar or the search bar and click on the search button. So there are other types of searches like we can actually say something like voice search, or we can give an image and we want to search for similar images. So something like this, there are there are different search pattern searching techniques are there. And so how to open a search engine, how to search the content. So in the browser we have to type the search engine URL like www.google.com or www.bing.com. so it opens up a URL, it opens up a search engine web page which will have a search bar with a search button. So we have to enter our we can enter our text which we want to search and then click on the search button. And also there is another way to search without opening the search engine web page, that is with the search box on top of the on just beside the address bar in Internet Explorer. In Chrome we can just directly type our search, we can directly type our search pattern or the search keywords in the address bar. So it will take the default search engine whatever that is available with the Google Chrome, and then it will search with that search engine. So searching the content and searching the content with the search box we have seen, and how to manage that search box also we have seen. So how to change that search engine. Suppose the default search engine is Bing in Microsoft Internet Explorer, how to change it to Yahoo and how to change it to Google we have seen. And if our desired search engine is not available in the list, we can add a new search engine there, like Wikipedia we would like to search, then we can add it, or any ask.com if we want to have, we can add that also. So these are the things that we have seen, and how the search engine works also we have seen, like what pattern, how it will interpret the keywords, and it will search for it will search for a particular pattern or particular web page. So these are all things we have seen about search engine. And coming to the search engine model, we have seen crawling and indexing a little bit. So crawling means getting the data, getting all the information of the World Wide Web. So getting the information from the World Wide Web and giving it to the indexing. So crawling can happen a lot of times before indexing, and crawling is a periodic job. So it will not like, it is not like, okay, I already visited this website, so I don't have to visit it again. It's not like that. It will go there periodically depending on the nature of the website. So if the website is keep on updating, then it keeps on checking. Suppose a news website, so news website will be keep on updating. So Google or the search engine will keep on checking for new updates. If user may be interested in users usually look for the latest updates in the news. So these news websites and all will be crawled periodically. The spider will go there periodically, and some of the documentation websites will be there, like Java documentation or any other documentation or any API documentation, which will not be updated very frequently. So if there is a documentation for a particular version, the documentation will be static. So that will not be crawled very frequently. That will be crawled once for some time. So it is not crawled periodic. It is not crawled immediately or with a small short time. So it will be crawled within intervals of maybe few days or few months also, because if there is an API and there is a documentation for that API, application programming interface, there is a documentation. So if there is some problem in that API, they will fix it and release another version usually, but they will not change the existing version. So the new version will have a new URL, new web page, everything will be new, but the existing one will be the same. So it does not need to crawl it. And so crawling process or the searching process is nothing will be no search engine works in real time. That means no search engine. So suppose as we are typing and entering the keywords, so that time it will not go and pick up all the websites. Websites will already be there in the search engine. That entire store will be there in the search engine, and that will be crawled. That will be picked up while searching. And we also have seen about indexing. So indexing is crawler's job is to get the information. Indexer job is to put the information properly, like what kind of what category this web page will be coming under, or what category this website will be coming under, and how to save this. So which category, and then what subcategory, what subcontext. So all these things it will check, and it might be saving it in a structured format so that it can retrieve it easily. Okay. And one more thing about and a few more things about search engine indexing we will be seeing now. So this is the search engine model. So search engine works on three main processes: crawling process, indexing process, retrieving process. So these are the things which we have seen yesterday, and ranking process also will be there, we will see. So crawling process we have gone through, and indexing process we have started. So today we are going to finish indexing and retrieving process. So indexing process, the content on the web page is analyzed to determine how it should be indexed. The main purpose of indexing is to identify a website and assign keywords that best describe a website. And indexer will assign the page with the right keywords. So content on the web page is analyzed to determine how it should be indexed. So indexer job is to analyze the content on the web page. So content means it can be text or image or video or anything else. So indexer's job is to analyze it. So what kind of web page is this? Like what is the subject of this web page, and how this should be categorized, like in which context the user will be searching for it. So or suppose this is related to some food item, or the web page is related to some food item or anything anything related to the cookery, then people who are searching for food items or restaurants, then they will be interested about this. So we have to put it in that category, and then whenever the user searches for some restaurants, maybe he is interested about this food also, or this food item also. Or suppose people whoever is visiting Hyderabad, suppose from a remote area or any other area of the world, so they will be interested in biryani. So people whoever is traveling to Hyderabad for the first time, they will be searching for so where to stay in Hyderabad, or places to stay, or things to do in Hyderabad. So in these kind of categories, this biryani will also come. So one thing that people should do, whoever is visiting Hyderabad, is to eat biryani. So something like that. Indexing process will make it happen like, okay, this comes under this category. So the search will happen, search should happen this way, so retrieval should happen this way. Like that, the indexing process will be indexing the particular web page. So the main purpose of indexing is to identify a website and assign keywords that best describes a website. So suppose here we are having biryani. So biryani is like for example, biryani will not be so what are the other keywords that will be there for biryani. So it is famous for it is Hyderabadi special. So if somebody searches for Hyderabad special, then biryani also will come under it. So that is another keyword. Or it parses the web page, and if there is any Hyderabad famous or any biryani or something else, then it will add it to the keywords. So, whatever the best describes this web page, so this web page comes under this category, this category, this category, this category. So, in all these four categories, what are the keywords? So, what are the search keywords that will be used? So, suppose somebody is searching for Golconda Fort, we should also suggest biryani for them, or it also comes under Hyderabadi famous place. Hyderabadi, if it is a biryani, Hyderabadi famous food. So, it comes under Hyderabadi food, Hyderabadi place. So, if somebody searches for Hyderabadi famous, also automatically Golconda will come into the picture. Okay. So, like that the keywords will be formed. Indexer will assign the page with the right keywords. So, its indexer's job is to assign the keywords with the right assign the page with the right keywords. So, the keywords and pages will be mapped by indexer. So, these keywords and these pages. So, this mapping is done by the indexer. If suppose we come across a website where it is not coming under any keyword, then it will create new keywords for that depending on the words that are in the web page, or when I am searching something related to those pages and I am interested in 5 different things. So, it will think about, okay, this person has searched for these 5 things and then a new pattern. So, this is something new. So, whoever searches, people who are interested about these 5 things, they may be interested in the 6th thing which is new for us also. So, like that indexer will add this page also in those 5. And so, what is the indexing process do? So, it will do text acquisition. So, identifies and stores documents for indexing. Text transformation. So, it transforms the documents into index terms or features. And index creation. So, takes index terms and creates data structures or indices to support fast searching. So, what it will do is text acquisition. Text acquisition is like there is a web page and reading all the text or getting all the text. So, it will not simply get all the text. So, it ignores, like suppose there is some text like I am a boy, or I am so and so, I am a trainer, I am interested in this, I am interested in this, like that. If I am if something is there in the web page, then it will just simply ignore am, I. So, I may be a keyword, but training is a valid word, but am is not a valid keyword, because in every word there will be am, is, or the. So, all these things are like these are not the actual keywords. In every place there will be lot of and, the, or. So, these kind of words will be there in each and every web page. So, these cannot be keywords. Suppose if something is like a trainer, APSSDC, computer networking. So, these all can become a keyword. So, if people want to search something about APSSDC training, then they'll just type APSSDC computer training or APSSDC network training. So, something like this they will search. But even if they search, I want to know about APSSDC program which will include computer networking, something like this, if somebody says, then it will simply ignore I want. So, all these things it will ignore. It will just search for only the specific keywords, because I is not a big thing, and want. So, I want, because you want only, you are searching. So, there is no need of it. Then all these things it will dissect everything, and then pick up the right keywords, and it will save the pages accordingly. So, during the text acquisition, it will not completely parse all the take all the words, it will take the necessary words. So, that is called text acquisition. So, it will identify the keywords, it will identify specific words. Okay, this is a particular word which I need to save it. So, this is a particular word which is new to me. So, I have to add it to my index. So, it will add it to the index, and if for that keyword also, okay, it will refer this particular web page. And text transformation. So, this transformation means all this text will be transformed into the search terms or the features. So, search terms means even if somebody searches for one text, maybe he is interested in other thing, that is, does post office change foreign currency? So, yesterday we have in our previous session we saw one example, does post office change foreign currency? Here the person may want to exchange the foreign currency. So, changing foreign currency is not a valid word. So, it is exchange. So, even if the web page is having something like it will change the foreign currency from Indian rupees to dollars or dollars to Indian rupees, something like this, if it is there, then it will take okay change, it will take, and it will take exchange foreign currency. So, these are all the keywords there. So, these keywords it will take and put it as index terms or features. So, these are all the IDs for index. So, this is index of this particular keyword is this web page, something like that. So, index creation. So, after deciding what are the keys and what are the web page, so for this particular web page, what are the keys and what are the related items and what are the images that are there. So, after fixing all these things, it will do index creation. So, it takes all these terms and create data structures to support fast searching. So, data structures are the way to search the data in a specific order. Suppose if you are aware of arrays or any programming language, suppose there are 10 items. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, there are 10 items, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4. So, how do you know there are some weights for these items. So, there are containers. So, in each container we kept one item, this item, that item. Then suppose in these 10 items we want to know which one is the having the smallest weight. So, how do we know? I mean, I am saying all these things for example to understand the data structure, so that it will be easy to understand the process of searching or process of indexing. So, suppose we have 10 items in our in a room, and we want to know which one weighs very less. So, what do? We have to pick up every item and keep it there. Pick up every item, weight, check the weight, keep it there. Every item, pick it up, check the weight, keep it there. So, like this we have to check all the weights of 10 items. So, we have all the weights, and then we can actually know which item is heavier. So, suppose we want to know which item is having the weight of in the order of weights, which item is having the weight of which item comes third. So, then again, so again if you want if they are not structured, so they are here one thing is there, one thing is there, something like that it is there. So, again we have to do the same exercise. So, what do we need to do? So, if we structurize these things, so initially if we place all these things in a sorted order, like okay, smallest weight comes here, then comes here, then comes here, then comes here. So, once this is organized, how many times you come, we can directly access. Okay, which one comes third? The third element. Which one will be the highest weight? The last element. Which one will be the lowest weight? The first one. So, this is a kind of data structure. So, it is a sorted order. There are items that are in sorted order of their weights. So, it is a data structure where we have placed in all the items in one particular order. So, the data structure in computer also works in similar way. So, it is not now it is according to the weights. Now, maybe we need a separate thing. So, whoever comes whatever the data comes in first, that should be picked out first. Then we will be using something called a queue. So, queue works in first out or last in last out manner. So, there are data structures for everything else. So, there is a data structure called stack. Whatever we put in the data structure, first it will come last. So, first in last out is the principle for stack. That means, whatever the data that we fill it up in the stack, that will be coming last. Suppose there are 10 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the first item which will come is the 10th item, which we kept it in the last. So, this is one kind of data structure. So, something like this, the data there will be a data structure like a tree. So, the tree will be having two branches. So, a binary tree will be having one root and two branches will be there, and again another those two branches will be having another two branches. So, something like that, a tree data structure will be going on. So, something like this, index creation also will be like a data structure. So, data structure is like an organized way of data. So, storing the data in an organized way is nothing but data structure or structure of data. So, usually we say data structures. So, that is like in some organization we with some principle we store the data, so that retrieval process or accessing them will be very easy. So, each data structure will be having its own advantages and disadvantages. So, some data structures will be having the storage capacity will be more for some data structures, and processing capacity will be high for some data structures. So, we basically concentrate more on time complexity. So, which one will be retrieval will be what retrieval will be very fast. So, that those kind of data structures will be more interested in. So, one of these data structures will be created by the index to support fast searching. So, with the data structures that indexer has created, it will the retrieval process will be very fast. So, that is what is called index creation, and this is how an indexer will work. So, indexer creates inverted indexes, so online system can search. So, here the input of the indexer is emails, web pages, news articles, memos, letters. So, all these things are like the objects of the indexer, like they are the input of the indexer. So, what the indexer will do is it will have text acquisition first. If you see the first box, then it will acquire the text. So, whatever the text that is there in the in email, web pages or news articles, memos, letters, so and so on. So, it will index all these things, and it will first text it will acquire all the text, it will read all the text, and then it will save this text, save the keywords of the text, and it will transform the text into some way. So, this text will be transformed and will be saved by text transformator, or that will be called text transformation, and then the index creation. So, indices will be indices will be created by using the data structures. So, it will be saved by saved in the form of data structures. So, and finally, the index icon here denotes the database. So, every database or usually database will be represented using this image for using similar images for database anywhere. If database has to be represented, it will be represented like this. So, it will be a database or data store. So, search engine will make use of its own database to store all the indices. So, indices and the web page results. And so, the data structures used by indexer. So, when a particular search engine is being built, there are also many different types of data structures to choose them. Choosing a particular data structure for a search engine index is like deciding a particular form for a web page, and depends on the factors that the search engine will serve. Some data structures are suffix tree, supports linear time lookup and is structured like a tree, and tree ordered tree data structure that stores an associate array where keys are strings. Okay. So, when a search engine index is being built, there are also many types of data structures to choose from. So, there are how many types of data structures are there to store the data. So, there are hundreds and hundreds of data structures. So, usually people who are studying data structures in their academics, they will be reading first about arrays, stacks, queues, lists, lists in the form of linked lists, and lists using arrays, and singly linked lists, doubly linked lists, trees, in the trees again binary trees, and so there are trees supported for binary searching. So, they are called binary search trees, and tertiary trees and n-ary trees. So, there are lots of trees are available like B trees, B plus trees, AVL trees. So, these are all the things are there in tree data structures, and again graph data structure is there, and there are lot of data structures like dictionary. So, countless number of data structures are there, and we can suppose we want to store the data in some way which is not related to all these things, then we create our own data structures like APSSDC data structure, because it is created by APSSDC, something like that we can create. And and can save our data. Let it take more time. So, maybe it takes more time than other data structures to save and retrieve, but that is also one data structure. We suppose we are going to save that data structure in a very efficient way or in a very time taking way. So, but still that is a data structure. So, which data structure should be used by the indexer will be decided by the indexer itself. So, when search engine is being built, index is being built, there are also many different type of data structures. So, there are 10 types of data structures. Suppose they will say like the implementation of the search engine, they may be they may want to use, okay, these are the 50 types of data structures that we want to use in our search engine for indexing. So, this indexer, depending on the type of the web page, it will index, it will choose one of the data structures and use it, because some of the things will be updated very frequently, some of the things will not be updated at all. So, for years it will not be updated, or few things might be very static, few things will be very dynamic, few things are periodically updated, few things will update very within fraction of seconds, they will be updated like sports and all. So, the indexing will choose the better data structure of the type, depending on the type of the web page and all other factors like the size. So, all these things. So, choosing a particular data structure for search engine index is like deciding a particular form for a web page, and depends on factors that search engine will serve. So, it is like a list. So, suppose we want to write down a list of some items, or a list of all the items that are there, a list of all the items that we are going for some store and we want to buy something, then we want to prepare a list. So, what kind of list we will prepare? So, what are all the things that are needed for our house? So, there will be lot of things. There will be provisionals and eatables. So, there will be ready to eat items. So, suppose we are going to a vegetable store, then all the things which are related to that vegetable store, like whatever the bananas, brinjal or fruits and vegetables. So, everything will come under one place. So, these are all the vegetables, and this is vegetables we will write here. So, what are all the vegetables that we want, we will write here. Then fruits we will write here. Then all other items. So, ready to eat items. So, just we will write ready to eat items, all the things at once, and then all the some other furniture items. So, each one we have to we will write in a different manner, because everywhere we need to go differently. So, depending on here also it is the same, the indexer's job is also same, depending on the type of the web pages, or depending on the type of the context, it will use the particular data structure. So, here some of the data structures that we will be using is suffix tree. One is suffix tree and trees. So, suffix tree actually supports linear time to look up, and is structured like a tree. So, how a tree is structured? So, usually tree will be structured with a root and some branches, and again every branch will be having an element, and again will be having its own trees. And suffix tree is also similar to a tree, but it will support linear search also. So, we will be able to look up linearly. So, tree will be usually will be looked up hierarchically, or once here, and then it will go to either here or here, and again it will go here or here, something like this it will go. But suffix tree will also support linear forms. So, maybe suffix trees and suffix tree and trees, maybe we are not I mean we may not be able to understand fully right now, but in future once we understand some data structures, we will be able to understand. But just remember that search engine indexer will be using suffix trees or some other data structures it will be using. Okay. And so, that is all about indexing. So, what is the retrieval process? So, how does this get retrieved? So, when search engine user looks for keywords, their search strings will be matched to the index database, and the search engine will return a list of best matching pages with a short description. So, search engine need to calculate which pages are most relevant. So, each search engine has its own algorithm to define which web page is more relevant and deserves higher rank in the search result. So, when search engine user looks for particular keyword, I mean that means search engine user looking for keywords means when search engine user is searching something, then search strings will be matched to the index database. So, indexer has created indexes. So, for each indices are the keywords of the web page. So, these keywords or the search engine whatever the string that is searched means searched by the user, it will be matched with the index of the database. So, index means again the keywords. So, these keywords search keywords will be matched with the index keywords, and the search engine will return a list of best matching pages. So, if the keywords which we enter in the search bar are exactly the keywords which are in the index, then it will be those particular results will be coming first. If it is a little change or if one or two keywords are missing, then it will come later. So, the best matching will be coming first with a page, that means the URL and also with a short description. So, search engine needs to calculate which pages are more relevant. So, the retrieval process is done by the search engine, which will calculate which web pages are most relevant. That means, so whatever the string that we have given, if there is an exact match, that should come first. So, this is most relevant. If one word is missing, little less relevant, and if two words are missing, little less relevant. So, if suppose 10 keywords 10 words we gave in the search bar, so if one or two are missing, still it will be more relevant. If 5 are missing, it will be somewhat relevant. If all 9 are missing, it will be very far relevant. That means it will come in 4th, 5th page or some. It might come maybe in a 5th or 6th page in our search results. So, each search engine has its own algorithm to define which web page is most relevant and deserves higher rank in the search result. So, search engine will as it's while it is storing, it will store in a particular way. While retrieving, the retrieval process will choose its own algorithm. So, we kept it in a proper way. So, suppose earlier I told about an example of storing 10 items depending on based on their weights. So, if 10 items are stored like a less weight item will be coming first and heavy item will come later, or the 10th item will be more heavier than all other items, or 9th item will be heavier than 1 to 8 items, 8th item will be heavier than 1 to 7 items. So, something like that, if we sort all the items in the order of their weights, then it will be easy to retrieve. But what is the algorithm? Suppose we want to retrieve the mean or the 5th element. So, how do we retrieve? So, what do we do? So, directly we can go to the 5th item, but if our algorithm is not a good algorithm, it might be going to the 10th element, then searching for 9th, then 6th, then 5th, like that it will be coming. So, if our algorithm is efficient, then directly it will go to the 5th element. So, it will find the best matching algorithm. So, it will use its own algorithm to find which are best matching or which are more relevant web pages, which are less relevant web pages. So, this is all done by the retrieving process, and these algorithms are closely kept secret from public, else everyone would be using ranked number 1 and algorithm would have no use. So, these are some general rules which are known under webmasters which improves a website ranking. So, web developer needs to focus on these rules while creating or improving your websites. So, these algorithms are closely kept secret. Suppose if I know that Google is searching in this particular order. So, if a particular keyword suppose A B C D E F G, suppose if A B C D, if this particular pattern is there in our web page, it will be ranked 1. If something like this, if some hack we know, or if Google knows, if everybody know how Google is searching, then how Google is searching and retrieving the results, then everybody will follow. Okay, Google is searching for this particular word. If this word is there in my web page, then my web page will be ranked more, or my web page will be more relevant. So, why it should be more relevant? because it will have more hits or more visitors. So, why people most of the websites are meant for public use. So, if more public are visiting that website, then more revenue they will generate. So, to increase the revenue, they have to attract more visitors. How do they attract more visitors? To rank best in the search engines. So, if Google or if Yahoo or if some search engine thinks that a particular website is highly ranked, then that website will be having highest revenue, because most number of visitors will be going there. A lot of visitors in that context will be going to that particular website. So, if this if how Google is searching, if that algorithm is known by a particular website, that website will write their web pages according to that algorithm and will be ranked first. So, there will be no use of that algorithm, because everybody whoever knows that algorithm will go there. So, usually those algorithms will be kept secret. So, those algorithms, how Google is retrieving the web pages within fraction of seconds, so these kind of details will be kept very secret from for the outside world. So, only maybe in Google only specific people or very few people might be knowing about the algorithms that they are using. So, there are the general rules which are known under Web Masters, which will improve the website's ranking. So, the general rules like so more number of keywords and what should be the description. So, how the web page should be looking like, how organized is the web page. So, all these things will be related to the ranking. So, most number of relations will increase the ranking capacity, will increase the ranking. So, the web developer needs to focus on these rules while creating and improving our websites. So, if we are writing or developing a website, he needs to focus on how to increase the ranking for this particular website. So, how to attract more number of people, how to rank higher in the search engine. So, these are all the things that they need to think about before going to publish that web page. So, how the retrieval process takes place. So, user interaction. So, user interaction supports creation and refinement of the query and display of results. And ranking, users query and indexes to generate ranked list of documents. Evaluation, so monitor and measures effectiveness and efficiency. So, this is primarily will be done in offline. So, user interaction will be so retrieval process, the main thing will be user interaction. So, it supports creation and refinement of the query, displays the results. So, creation and refinement of the query means, suppose as we are typing, it will show some recommendations. So, as soon as I type Java space, if I type, then it shows like, okay, so you want to know about Java programming, you want to know about Java tutorial. So, what are the famous searches that are performed with prefixing Java space. So, like this it will improve the user interaction. So, and ranking. So, how depending on the ranking of the web page, it will increase the it will show us the results. And evaluation. So, how these rankings are made, how so it actually the evaluates and measures the efficiency of the search. So, if this particular search string is given, so whether I am able to show it properly, if these results are properly relevant to the user. How does it know? Like suppose I typed Python tutorial, then maybe some results will be coming related to Python, living creature, Python, how to train Python, all these things. Maybe something is coming, then it is not very relevant. So, I will not go there. So, people who have searched for Python tutorial have not gone to these particular websites. So, these websites are not relevant to Python programming. So, like this it will evaluate. So, it will be offline, means it is not during the searching, it is after the searching, it will keep on evaluating periodically. And then search engine ranking. So, search engine ranking is the position at which a particular site appears in the results of a search engine query. So, each page of this search results typically lists 10 websites, although they are sometimes augmented with local listings, videos and images. So, we will look at this search engine ranking and how to what is the process of search engine ranking, we will see in the next session, but I will just introduce about search engine ranking. So, search engine ranking is the position at which a particular site appears in the results. So, suppose if we are searching if we are searching for a particular keyword like Java programming, whichever comes first, whichever comes immediately first page, that will be the ranked one, and whichever comes second, that will be rank 2 of Java programming, whichever comes third, that will be rank 3 of Java programming. So, for this particular keyword, this is the ranking of the rank 1 will come first, the rank 2 will come first, come next, rank 3 will come next. So, something like this. So, this is called a ranking. So, this ranking we will look at it in the next session, but in this session whatever we have discussed, it is about indexing and retrieving. So, how indexing is done, and indexing, what are the data structures, or what are the data structures that will be used by indexing, and what is meant by retrieval process, and what is the algorithm, what is the significance of the algorithm. What is the algorithm, nobody knows, because that is secret with the search engine. So, no search engine will reveal their own algorithm. So, what is the significance of that algorithm, and how the webmasters should know about increasing the rank of the algorithm. So, these are all the things that we have seen. So, in the next session we will see about more about search engine rankings, and what is the use of search engine optimization. Just we will touch base on search engine ranking and search engine optimization, and then some tips about search engines, and some tips about searches. So, what is the use of searching? We will see some how we will see how a search engine will change its searching with a little specific pattern. If a specific pattern is changed, the search will be changing. So, how it will be done? So, all these things we will see in the next session. After that, we will start something interesting about social networking. Okay, thank you.